Diaries. Right now we are here in Legazpi City and we are entering the Legazpi City Convention Center. Right now we have an event called Bunyog. Bunyog 2.0 is an Area B assembly. Ah, sir! Pang-introduction, sir. Pang-introduction. What time are you free, sir?
Yan na. Kukunti lang makaka-relate na scale ito, di ba?
Yeah. We are here to interview one of our idols, which is the pioneer in green architecture, right?
One of the pioneers.
One of the
Pioneers.
One of the pioneers of the green architecture. And also, I want to know, how did you start with the? Do you have also design build? Do you have what or design?
Yes, yes. Yung well, if my company is only pure design.
Pure design.
We started out as pure design and we still maintain to be pure design.
Until now.
Up to now. Maybe we are lucky that we have survived as a pure design outfit. Because now it's getting more and more difficult. No? At one point, I was even thinking whether I should do something beyond design. No? And many years ago, I thought that
That's right. What about this?
there is a problem in the industry.
Yes.
Because normally, the project will need three components, di ba?
Yes.
Three entities, no? One is the owner, siyempre,
Yes,
papatayo ng building.
Yeah.
Second one is the builder, siyempre, kailangan may magbibuild. Tapos third is the designer. These are the architects, the engineers, no?
Yes.
So if you look at it, hindi mo matanggal yung owner.
Yeah.
Kasi
Because
siyempre,
they are-
siya may pera eh. Hindi mo marin matanggal yung builder. So, hindi talaga pwede. Pero, it is actually possible to remove the designer. So, when I was thinking about that, sabi ko, as an architect, nako baka, hopefully not, but baka one of these days, mawala talaga yung designer as a profession. Kasi baka, ano lang, yung owner will talk with the builder, and which is happening now, no? So, having thought of that, I thought that maybe there are two options as an architect. If you're an architect, the third, or designer, and the three entities there, meaning the owner, the builder, and the designer, kung mawawala ka, dapat mag-side ka ng isa sa dalawa critical sa building, no? Either you side with the owner or you side with the builder. If you side with the owner, what is that? That is the service of project management. So you become the owner's representative, which is a good alternative, no? If you side with the builder, then that is design build, no? So that's why I think the future of architecture or designers, they should try to explore those two options. So either they go into the direction of specialization of project management, or they go in the specialization of design build, no? And actually, if I were to relive my life, I would have probably explored at an earlier age design build. Because I think there's less headaches.
Trying to.
Yes. I think the future is there, design
Yeah.
build. Kasi less headaches ka, you're less stressed in a way. Because at the end of the day, you're actually just designing and making adjustment of your design, di ba? To suit the exact condition.
Yeah, because sir, this is the path I'm trying to.
To take,
Yes, the design build.
Yes.
So I'm also asking about what about if you try design build business, but as what you've said, sir, maybe that's a sign for me that I should continue with that path.
yes. Actually, even as a design builder, even if you start small, the important thing is you gain experience in how to handle workers.
Yes, that's the.
You gain experience in the
the most
construction. You gain experience in procuring materials. You get experience in how to get lower prices when you start working on volume. You get experience in estimating the exact amount of materials you need for the project with less wastage. All of this put together, you actually come up with a better building. So I think today, more and more people are looking actually towards design build. They either can get a design build entity, I will say quote unquote design build entity, either by purpose or by accident. By purpose meaning the people know, the client knows that there's a design build entity and they want to go for it because isa lang ang kausap nila. Diba? They don't have to talk to many people. I also said by accident is because sometimes people in general don't know who they're going to call. No? So they just look at, kaibigan na ng engineer or kaibigan ng contractor. They just talk to them, I want to build my house. No? So they're talking with one entity. So yun ang gawin. That's why I think the future is going to be on design build because when people want to look for somebody to build their house, which is the majority of projects are small projects, they want to talk only with one person.
Right now, sir, if you are given the opportunity, sir, na in-offer sa inyo yung construction, will you accept it or, I mean, you will not accept it?
At my age, I will not accept it because I am already old. But if I was younger, I would probably try to tie up with a contractor first to try it out as a entity. And then maybe, hopefully, if we work together well, then we can actually negotiate to be together in a project.
You know, profit is in the construction. We all know it.
Yes, I know. That's why.
Okay. Pero until now, sir, you have the regrets na you just focus on design?
I don't have regrets on focusing on design. Actually, I would like even to say that I am actually lucky because I've survived since 1985 ang office ko. Up to now, it's still ongoing, and we are just into pure design talaga. And we still have projects. That's why actually I would say lucky. But I don't think it's going to last very long because I think the future really is going to be focused on either design build or project management. People will like to talk with fewer entities, especially when you talk about smaller projects, which the great majority of projects are small, diba? So maybe it's only the big projects in which they will hire different professionals, etc. But for smaller projects, mas gusto ng mga tao, simple lang, isang kausap lang.
Another thing, sir, the common people, sir, they don't know what do you mean by green architecture. Bigla tayo naglaban ng topic, sir.
Yes.
Para i-ano na rin natin, educate na rin natin
Yes.
about green architecture. Can you give us little knowledge about green architecture that all the common people can understand?
Okay, I'll start off with the simple way and the benefit of green architecture for people. No? So the simple way of green architecture is this. No? Green architecture is designing with nature. Why? It is from nature that, number one, we as human beings, we get the resources to build our communities, our houses. It's also from nature that we get the resources to be able to live. No? So therefore, if we work with nature, then we have a higher possibility of surviving, or you might say that's why the word is called sustaining ourselves. Diba? So, whenever we build, we have to make sure that we use the materials which will not get exhausted. We have to use materials which are actually, which are, you might say, renewable, etc., sustainable. However, sometimes when you talk with people, they don't really understand that because sometimes, especially if you are more concerned with your day-to-day living, saan ako kakain bukas, etc., you're more concerned about the money. So, maski na green or not green, basta kung anong mura, di ba? That's what they use, no? So, what I normally say, if you want to do green architecture, I can promise you that you will save money. For example, yung bahay mo, example lang, pag linlagay mo yung bintana sa west, napakainit yan. So, number one, the people there will get sick more often kasi they feel uncomfortable, they cannot sleep well. Plus, kung sakaling maglalagay sila ng aircon, edi magagamit nila mas malakas ng aircon para to cool the area. So, what would green architecture do? Instead of putting the window on the west, maybe you put the window on the north. Kasi in the Philippines, the sun doesn't go into the building from the north, diba? Yung sun rises on the east, it sets on the west. And therefore, so north is never hit by the sun. So, meaning, you have a lot of natural light without the heat coming in. So, already, if you start out with that, you save in 2 points, no? What's the point? Number one, it's much cooler. Number two, you have a lot of natural light. So these are the little details. No? That's why when I try to market green architecture or to convince people to do green architecture, I tell them that actually at the end of the day, you will save money. Even if you do recycling of water or harvesting rainwater, bawas yan sa bill mo sa the water utility. No? But you know, the most important secret, many times I don't even tell them that I'm going to apply green architecture. Ginagawa ko lang. Kasi nasa architect yun.
Sure.
Ano bang orientation ng building mo gusto? Saan ba yung bintana? Di ba? Nasa architect yan. So, I just do it. And then they're very happy that kung okay naman, maliwalas yung bahay. Kasi maganda yung bintana, hindi naman mainit. May cross ventilation pa.
Yes.
So, that's sometimes I don't even talk about green architecture. I just do it.
Yes.
Di ba?
Asian architecture. Do you have more projects here or abroad?
Well, we still have more projects in the Philippines. Yung abroad, paminsan-minsan lang yan. But the great bulk of our work is in the Philippines.
So, professional officer, do you still, are you strict pa rin for 10% or
Yes, okay.
design, sir?
About fees, no? Fees is a marketing strategy. Fees is a marketing strategy. In other words, let me explain. No? In UAP, and when we were trained when I was young also,
Yes.
we keep on relying on percentage, okay? But there are certain issues with percentage. Number one, at the beginning of the project, the client has no idea exactly how much is going to owe you, and therefore they get very nervous
Yes.
about what at the end of the project, how much am I going to pay architect?
Yes, they're
Diba?
very afraid.
So they're hesitant about that, no? So, what is pricing? There are many ways. I have what is known as man-hour pricing. These are I use that for clients who we have many return projects. Like for example, we do many schools. For example, one time they say, "Oh, during summer we'd like to renovate 2 classrooms." Okay, so I make an estimate how much time we're going to spend in it times the hourly rate. At yun, ganito lang ang ma-charge sa inyo, no? And then, instead of using percentage, I actually freeze it already. Fix fee ko na. Okay, so at the beginning of the project, you assume, okay, maybe it's 35,000 per square meter. Ganito more or less yung area ng bahay. So, ganito yung mga magiging cost. So, I tell them right away, no? Actually, wala nang ang percentage yung contract, eh. So, upon agreement,
you sign,
you
give
10
me this,
is 10,000.
yes, for
And
this.
then, if submission of design development,
Parang progress bidding na rin, sir.
yes, so it's fixed fee. So, when the client looks at it, nakakahingayan, okay, ito lang ang utang ko sa architect. Wala yung, kung tumaas yung project cost, di ba? Tataas din yung project fee. No? So, sa akin, it's that. No? Because at the end of the day, we are a service business. And the simpler we are and more understood by the client we are, the better for our business. Diba? If we are a mystery there, no? I don't know how architect charges, no? He just charges a percentage, and I still don't even know the cost of the project.
Do you already have, right away, meron na kayo, sir, na templates? Once they arrive, you have no idea who's the client, for example.
Yes.
And they just entered your office.
Yes.
Or they just approach you.
Yes.
Somewhere and
Yes.
approach you there because they already,
Yes.
they just know you're an architect. Oh, you're an architect.
Mm.
And then suddenly they approach you. Do you have already a template? For example, this is how, we already explained to you, I wanted a commercial, residential commercial building. And then do you have already, can you present already a template for them to
No.
read or contract to?
No, it's very difficult to give them a contract because first step is to know what they want, what is the extent of service they want, how are you going to work with them, what is the project they want, what is the wish list. So many times the first several meetings, I don't have a cost yet. We just keep talking. We develop rapport with them, you get to know them, etc., etc.
Parang naisip ko once kung for example design lang kasi may mga may mga clients po ako minsan they want design build.
Yes.
Some others they just only want design
Yes.
because they already have an uncle which is a contractor.
A builder. Yes,
or-
correct.
yes,
Correct.
ganun. So they just they just need the design.
Mm.
So I was thinking to make it easier for them. Yun, I'm going to have a template. I'm going to have a yes or no template for the design. And then after, saka ko na i-analyze yung gusto nila. And then we
Yes.
will have a meeting again. And then
Yes.
on the meeting, may template ulit for
Yes.
which, eto na, parang nakalagay na lahat. What do you think of it, sir?
A template is good, but I wouldn't suggest the template in the first meeting. The first meeting, let them talk. Let them share with you their aspirations, their dreams, their desires. Matter of fact, I even call it a wish list. Anong gusto nyo? So, without any limitation, anong gusto nyo? Ano bang vision nyo? So you start writing down their vision. Maybe in the second or third meeting, saka mo na ilabas yung template. So, baka you might be missing, do you need a outdoor laundry? Do you need a music room? I mean, then you can use a template. But sa akin, if you give a template in the beginning, parang kinukonstrict mo na sila sa ganito. They might have other ideas. No? Each family may have their own wishes or wants depending on their lifestyle, di ba? To me, I always like to do the first meeting with the client, aside from getting to know what they want, to develop a certain rapport. You know, professional practice, especially the practice of architecture, for young architects is sometimes intimidating because sometimes you come across projects which you're going to do for the first time, and truly it is a scary thing. And sometimes we say, I won't take it because it's there. But you know, that is a very good opportunity. So that's why, take whatever opportunity is given to you. Maybe God gives you a project and it's right on your path. Take it and try to see if you can actually touch base with maybe somebody older, maybe a mentor, which will guide you through that project. Because if you are able to succeed in that first project of that type, then it will gain so much experience that you're going to be able to do more projects of that type by yourself. No? So don't be afraid as young architects to look for mentors to guide us. And that's why in the UAP, in the Code of Ethics, we have this phrase which actually we have to look for mentors to be able to succeed in the practice. Not everything is learned in school. Many things are learned in the practice.
Thank you very much, Sir Mike.
Most welcome.
I'm very, very happy that nagbigyan mo kami, sir, and we learned a lot today. And even all the viewers out there, I know you have learned a lot from Architect Mike and Asian Architect.
Our design firm is
the design
Asian
firm,
Architects.
Asian Architects.
www.asianarchitects.net.
Thank you very much, sir.
Okay.
Thank you again
Welcome.
See you again in the next vlog if you still have the time. And maybe I can visit in your office. Maybe a collaboration will be maybe possible if you agree.
Yes. Okay.
So thank you very much again, sir.
Okay.